Okay, so what's going on in the world of Mama Pimple Poppa today? We are here at Amazing Lash Studio in Huntsville. No, we are in Madison, Alabama. I'm sorry, it's close to Huntsville. But we are at the Amazing Lash here, and I'm with the infamous Aaliyah Bridges,
Hi.
makeup artist extraordinaire, aka Vixenology.
Vixenology.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard that. Okay, so we're here with Aaliyah, and we're right now going to do a chin wax. In just a moment, we're going to do a nose wax as well, but I'm going to take a look at her chin. If you just kind of look up under there. So sometimes ladies have issues with hair under the chin due to hormonal things going on, just genetics, but sometimes we just have these issues. So we tweeze sometimes, and then we wax. So this is my first time to wax Aaliyah under her chin, but we're going to use a soft wax today to get this taken care of. So bear with me while I get myself together. Okay, so I'm going to sanitize my hands. I've already washed my hands, but I'm sanitizing them before I start the process. I'm going to wear gloves because we always wear gloves before we wax. Whether you're using a hard wax or a soft wax, you wear gloves. You're going to use antiseptic on your client before and after the wax process because you may come in contact with some body fluids, some blood, and so we want to make sure that we use an antiseptic prior to and after. What I use is a 91% alcohol that I use in this antiseptic bottle, and I'm going to spray it on my client where I'm going to do the work and get ready to do the work. So basically I'm going to use a little antiseptic. And I've got somebody coming in and recording in a minute, but I'm just doing this on my own. So we got to kind of be strategic with this. So I'm going to use the antiseptic. I'm going to clean up under her chin. Most wax companies like GG Wax, even our Amazing Lash brand, has several waxing products that go along with the waxing service, like a pre-cleanser, a post-cleanser, a slow grow, a moisturizer. Some have epilating powder because if you were doing like a Brazilian wax with a hard wax, you want that area to be as dry as possible. Some carry numbing agents, but today is just a basic chin wax, so I'm using the antiseptic to cleanse the area, and then I'm going to start waxing, and we'll get you a close-up on that in just a moment. Very good. Very good. So here I'm just cleansing the area with the antiseptic, and I do want to kind of see what direction the hairs are growing, because with soft wax I'm going to apply the direction the hair is growing, and then I'm going to pull in the opposite direction. So I've got to kind of take a close look and see, which you can't see it as much here, but we're going to take a closer look in just a moment and see what's going on. So it's kind of hard to see the hairs. A lot of times when we have these hairs, these aggravating hairs on our chin, we have to just feel and see. Because sometimes women will shave, sometimes they will have gotten waxed before and just have a little stubble. So it's hard to see it. You just kind of have to feel what direction it's growing in. I think this is kind of growing this way. So since I can kind of feel that, I'm going to apply the wax in that direction, and then I'm going to remove it in the opposite direction, okay? Okay, so before waxing, we always want to test the temperature of our wax. We want it to have like a honey-like consistency, like a warm honey consistency. Thank you, Janika. Thank you so much. Just one moment, okay? Thank you. So this consistency is pretty good. Some wax warmers will have a temperature gauge on them, like our Amazing Lash Studio one does. And I want to say this too, Amazing Lash Studio only offers hard waxing. I'm using this soft wax today as a teachable moment with Aaliyah, but we do not do hard waxing here at Amazing Lash Studio. But anyway, I've got wax there, and I'm going to test the temperature on my wrist and then move forward. That's how I test the temperature. The temperature's okay. I'm about to throw this away and start on her chin. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this wax. I got a bigger spatula applicator, and so I'm going to apply in the direction of the hair growth. Then I'll come back and get the rest of her chin, but I'm going to go ahead and put this wax strip there. I'm going to apply pressure in the direction of the hair growth, and I'm going to pull parallel in the opposite direction. And so I've got to be careful around this neck area. I'm not trying to apply strong pressure here to choke her. I just want to apply enough pressure to this chin to make sure that my strip is adhered. There are two different options with your wax strips, muslin strips and cloth strips, and they come in just a few different varieties of that. But anyway, I'm going to hold her skin as taut as I can, which is tight in the world of the sticks, and I'm going to pull. See, you can see. Then after that, I'm going to apply a little pressure. I'm going to get this off. Are you okay, dear? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take another wax strip and do just what I just did there. And two, sometimes waxing doesn't get every single hair, especially the shorter, stubblier ones. So what you want to do is come back and tweeze, okay? I think I've got, okay, yeah. So I'm going to do the same thing by holding the skin as taut as I can. And let's see. You see that? Very good. You okay, dear? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing one more time. And then I'm going to add more wax to the rest of her chin to make sure I cover it completely. Okay. Okay. So I've got a new spatula. Come in a little closer with that, baby. New spatula. There you go, my love. And I'm going to add more wax to the area that I did not have wax on before. And you want to be careful with this soft wax, because one of the biggest differences in soft wax and hard wax is hard wax will adhere to the skin. Soft wax will adhere to the skin, where soft wax will, I'm getting mixed up, my love. Hard wax will only adhere to the hair. Soft wax will adhere to the skin as well. So with soft wax, you're only supposed to go over the skin once, that area once. Otherwise, as you're the soft wax is adhering to the skin, that epidermal layer, those little micro layers in there are going to kind of start chipping away, and you'll have some sensitivity, maybe even some blistering if you do it more than once. But with the hard wax, you can go over it as many times as you like, because again, it only adheres to the hair. So we're going to do this again. Again, I don't want to choke her or make her cough if possible. I've applied the wax in the direction of the hair growth, and I'm going to pull in the opposite direction, holding the skin taut. And here we go. How you doing, baby? Mm-hmm. Okay. Not too bad. So I'm going to get a fresh strip and do it one more time. A few more. I'm going to come right here, gently around the esophagus area. I want to get all that excess wax gone. You okay, my love? Mm-hmm. I'm going to come back with some antiseptic and clean that one more time, just like we did in the beginning. And if you're doing some type of added treatment for your client, you may want to massage her, put some post-wax cream on it, some slow grow. A lot of times I will tweeze this area. But the amazing Aaliyah Bridges is, she has a client waiting on her, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. But anyway, we have just done a chin wax. We will talk about in another video how to handle the hyperpigmented spots. And this just comes from when you got wax before, when you tweeze, you bruise the skin a little bit. And so we'll talk about some ways to help with that, because I know a lot of us have issues with that as well. But anyway, there is your soft wax. All righty. Thank you.